ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับรัฐมนตรีว่าการกระทรวงดิจิทัลเพื่อเศรษฐกิจและสังคมดร.พิเชษฐ์ ดุรงคเวโรจน์ Please welcome Minister of Digital Economy and Society Dr. พิเชษฐ์ ดุรงคเวโรจน์
คุณการตระกูลหุน the Chairman of AIS Board คุณสัญชัย CEO of AIS Executives Ladies and gentlemen member of the press I first of all would like to congratulate AIS on its vision that you have which is beneficial not only for your organization but also for Thailand as a whole, especially during this time when Thailand is in desperate need of change and transformation, that we as a country would like to upgrade to another level. The level of magnitude of the work that will be undertaken by AIS and also from other service providers. Well, from the government perspective, we believe that everybody should be working in the same direction. We should have trust and we should collaborate. The grandeur should equal to the music that you have just heard recently, just now. For me, this morning, the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Somkit Jajutsi-Pitak, he visited a new ministry, which is the Ministry of Digital Economy and Society. It has a long name. It's no longer ICT, as you might be formerly know. The difference between this new ministry, is it the new tea, the old tea in the new cup? But the tremendous change is that we encourage the work of the government along with public participation and the private partnership as well. So we would like to drive forward digital economy and its real implementation. And my time is scheduled for 15 minutes, but I think for fruitful investment, I would be speaking to you for 40 minutes. I'm sorry for my long speech. The Deputy Prime Minister Somkit Jajutsi-Pitak says all the time that we have a lot of work to do and we have done quite a lot. So we would like to share our work with you, the success and the direction going forward, especially the initiatives, what we have planned ahead for Thailand. We will not be talking about 3-5 years on the next 20 years. You can read about this in a number of sources available. We can write all these things in the office because the plans and policy would not differ much from developing infrastructure, e-government, capital investment, human resources development. But what is really difficult is that our steps ahead for 2017 and how it is in sync with the vision of AIS. And my word to AIS is that please do not walk alone. We would need to work together, AIS, the government, other service providers, and other private organizations, and also the public. On Saturday, I visited Phayao and Chiang Rai provinces in the north, and our Ministry of Digital Economy and Society, we carried out a number of activities in many villages and communities. For example, Mae Suk in Phayao, close to Guan Phayao or Phayao Lake, and also in many other villages. What I myself felt is that quite frankly, for us as policymakers and planners, it's imperative that we need to be in touch with society. We learn from them. We are close to them and we know how they feel. We understand them. And my take-in from the visit to the north is that I learned from preschoolers. They learn about colors. they use iPads to learn about colors. These kids, they are underprivileged because they live in remote or rural areas. And I met an auntie. She came to see me along with her in-law, and she set up a booth selling local products, very local, homegrown tea, handmade soaps, and many other stuff. And I noticed that the auntie, the look on her face is very impressive. She smiled all the time. And this is an unusual case because when I see villagers, normally they have this sour look on their face. They look unhappy. They don't have the technology to add more value to their produce or products. So years over years, we have seen their rugged faces, their unhappy faces. But then in Payao, I saw something different. I feel that she was into technology. She can really make use of technology, and she can increase her income by 10,000 baht a month. And these people, they are villagers, real villagers. This is because her in-law could upload the pictures of the products on Facebook. So initially, she could sell her products within her community, but now the distribution has expanded across the country in the light of the use of Facebook. And I met also the nurses in rural areas. So the nurses show me real patients, and the equipment that they use, mainly digital equipment. There are doctors who are in district hospitals located many other 10 kilometers away. So telemedicine is actually taking place in villages, in communities that we were not able to reach before. So the doctors were able to use the probing device to see what is actually going on within the ears of the patient, to inspect the inflammation. And the patient can actually do the EKG on the patient and to diagnose whether there is any harmful activity going on, or inspecting inflammation on the legs of the patients. So the first few things that I saw myself, the inflammation, the ear, and the EKG, everything went well. But for the leg inflammation, something was kind of serious. So when we talk about digital, it's not only about the economy alone, but it's about improving people's lives, their well-being, and their welfare. And AIS demonstrated to me a week ago. They showed me the healthcare electronic or digital healthcare for volunteer healthcare providers in Thailand. And this is a renowned program, even recognized by the WHO, that we are able to devise this program. We are at the forefront of this initiative, but with digitalization, we will be able to reach another level. And we signed an MOU with Dr. Piya Sakon of Ministry of Public Health, that Ministry of Digital Economy and Society will be working alongside with the Public Health Ministry. We will be working on telemedicine. We will be working on data center of healthcare and healthcare services. We will be enlarging and ensuring extensive coverage of the healthcare network. So now we can make use of smartphones, mobile phones, and even iPads. And when I talk to the volunteer healthcare providers, they are happier because now they can have better use of digital equipment. Now they don't have to rely on their hands or their basic equipment alone. They can make use of other stuff, digital stuff. And they can contact healthcare professionals, those who have more expertise when they need the services. I also talk to the education providers for basic education, the basic education office, that they are making use of digital devices. They are making use of the DLTV network of Glaiganwon Palace to share the insights and also to disseminate knowledge across the country. So this is quite a big dream for Thailand, and digital would help Thailand quite a lot. So it's not only about e-education or e-learning, but it's also about looking at the supply side. How can we make sure that the consumers really take in what we have to provide, and what we will be driving going forward with the initiatives of the Ministry of Digital Economy and Society. So the ministry, alongside with the TOT, will be providing the PPP internet. So the internet provided by the government alongside with private organizations. So by the end of 2017, we will be laying the groundwork for this service for 2,700 villages across the country. This seems like a very huge number, but it's actually not, because in Thailand, we have a large number of villages, and this is the first ever scale-up project that we have heard of. And this opportunity will not be missed, because we will not wait and see what will happen after that. We are having in place a plan, and I have reported to the Deputy Prime Minister Somkit Jasusipitak that we will be laying the foundation, laying the infrastructure, along with putting in place 3 plans. The first plan is to promote e-commerce. Secondly, e-health, and thirdly, e-government. So these are the 3 initiatives that are part of our policy, of our vision ahead. The reason why we want to capture e-commerce at the local level is that these people, compared to us in Bangkok, they are always put at odds. They don't know where the markets are. They don't know where to make payments. They don't know how to send stuff. They don't know how to send their products. So today, digital answers all of these questions, and I think AIS is well aware of that, because AIS has already taken the initiative. So what we'll be doing, the government alongside with AIS and other private organizations, so we can make use of incentives. We can come up with some pilot projects. We may have to implement some schemes and so on and so forth. So going back to my anecdote about the country, about my visit to upcountry, the happy faces of the people. So if you look at the people in rural areas, the preschoolers, when I said to the preschooler, the kid can just turn on the iPad and swipe it and learn the lessons from the iPad right away. So for Thailand, Thai society will be driven not by the way that we did yesterday, but the ways that we have paid for the future. We have a lot to do, and we are committed to do them. And another excitement that I would like to share with you, AIS and also other service providers, and I also talked to the Deputy Prime Minister about this. So BOI will be organizing a major event this month. So this is called Digital Park Thailand. So previously I talked to digital communities, so connecting to rural communities. We have other value-added activities such as e-health, e-commerce, and so on and so forth. So this is more horizontal policy to reduce discrepancy, to reduce disparity as part of Thailand 4.0. For Thailand 4.0, first of all, Thailand would be the society of innovation, we would try to get rid of labor-intensive or cheap labor. And secondly, in the long run, while we are developing our society, we are trying to reduce the gaps, the disparity, and we want to also ensure sustainability in the long run. So digital in communities would be a way for us to reduce disparities among different pockets of population. And if we can do that, we can ensure equality, equity, and sustainability. Because for Thailand to prosper, we cannot rely on the work of people in Bangkok alone. So this is the horizontal plan that we have in place. But vertically, in addition to increasing opportunities for people across the country, what we aim to do from the time being is that we want to focus on innovation. We want to steer away from traditional or conventional production, that we can no longer compete with other neighboring countries, because now our neighboring countries are more competitive because their cost of labor is cheaper. And that is why we need so desperately to focus on innovation. So you can call it the new S-curve or new extended O-curve and so on and so forth. But during the past decade, Thai society has suffered tremendously due to our lack of our own innovation or technology along the way, knowing that or unknowingly, we are pretty good at absorbing or acquiring technologies, but we are not really good at transferring or technological transfer. And most importantly, we as a country rarely focus on creating new innovation or new technologies of our own. And that is, I think, is a turning point where Thailand would like to escape from middle income trap. If we want to escape the middle income trap and we don't have any way out, any innovation, and we have high dependency on the thoughts and concepts or technologies of other people, then we will no longer be able to compete. And we will no longer be competitive. And in Thailand, we have repeated this topic over and over again. We know that this is our weakness, and to escape from this vicious cycle, it's really, really difficult for us. We need to focus on technologies. We need to focus on creating innovation. And there are side effects as well. There are a lot of smart people. There are intelligent people, kids, teenagers. You can see Thai students winning in many competitions around the world. Why are we not at the forefront of the technological arena? Because people don't see their future. They don't see their career path. They don't know that if these kids, they graduate from MIT, what are they going to contribute to Thai society? And I see this a lot when I visit students overseas. Many students, and almost all of them in every country I visit, they say, you sent me abroad and I have a chance to make use of world-class facilities. I have great professors. What do you want me to do when I go back to Thailand? So it's not only sending our kids overseas to make sure that they have good education, it is making sure that we can encourage their productivity. We have a place for them to work, to stay, and to grow and develop themselves into something better. So we need to create high-end job markets to ensure that we can optimize the use of these brainy people. They would welcome the opportunity to work more. Money is only one thing, but challenges is something else. It's something that is more fulfilling, and this is something that we lack in Thailand. For Digital Park Thailand, this is what we aim to do. We would like to focus on digital. We would like to focus on technology. We would like to create jobs and opportunities for people to make sure that we can optimize their capacity. And that is why we need to have the master plans in place. we have earmarked a piece of land, about 600 right of land available in Chonburi. And if we have the large bandwidth available, it would be a strong support for this park. And in Sriracha, Chonburi, this is one point in the Eastern Seaboard Corridor, so it is at the strategic location. So this is close to the Eastern Seaboard, the petrochemical, automotive, and manufacturing hub in the east. So IoT and automotive industry, you can see the linkages. So massive opportunities for us to think anew, to have a fresh start, to leverage from the S-curve technology and to create the new S-curve that we long wish for. And what I would like really to see is the digital S-curve. And digital does not always mean fiber optic or satellite signals or apps or software. But IoT, the T is important. T is opportunity with digital things, with an S, a lot of things. You can really imagine that. You can really envision something ahead. So digital for new technologies, such as aviation, new platforms for e-commerce, payment system, encryption technology, many other stuff, hardware, software, system integration, platforms, you name them, opportunities. We will not be at risk if we can see opportunities and we make use of it. And if we miss the opportunity this year, next year it will be tremendously difficult for us because digital is the technology of speed. If you are slower, you will fail. You will not be part of the bandwagon. So like I said, in Digital Park Thailand, the objective is that we would like to attract investors from domestically and internationally to invest in this park. And like I said before, Facebook, YouTube, Amazon, Google, we would like to attract them to invest here, and the bandwidth, we will give them the bandwidth that they need so that they can see Thailand as a digital hub. We want the giant firms investing in automation, digital manufacturing, robotics, artificial intelligence, sensor technology. We want them to be part of the cluster. We want to have a digital community, and we have seen proof everywhere. It's about knowledge sharing. It's about giving opportunities also to startups, to newcomers. So in the park, we have allocated into 3 areas. So first of all, for private organizations from Thailand and from overseas, including startups. The second section relates to the academia. We would like to see University 4.0. So we are not looking at moving the campuses from here to there, but we want to ensure that students from universities can get their hands onto real-life experience, and it will be on the demand-side management. We would like to attract universities, educational institutions, not only in Thailand, but also internationally renowned universities and educational institutions. We would also provide facilities, accommodation, because when you look at the digital people, they are, well, kind of artistic in a way. They want to see something green as well. They want to see bike lanes. They want to see jogging routes. So we want to create something for them as well. So from the first day I took my job, I know about that plot of land, and this is what we have aimed for. This is what we have planned for. And we have started to make some plans about that, and do not worry about BOI privileges because they will get maximum benefits that are available and provided by the BOI. We want to make sure that we can really drive forward incentive for the sector. And also we will be talking to the Ministry of Finance about giving tax deductions or full tax exemption on personal income tax for the people working in this area in particular. So this is also in sync with our investment in submarine cables, that Thailand would become the center of interconnectivity of Southeast Asia, connecting to the US, to Europe, and the One Belt, One Road policy of China. So a lot of opportunities ahead, but we have to start talking today. We have to start driving the growth today with transparency, because the government can think, can dream, can plan, but what the government has to do is to share this vision with private organizations, with the private sector, and with the public sector, so that everybody can join hands, we can join forces working together. And for Thailand, economically, we have to frog leap from being a middle-income trap country. We have to do it quick, because if we take too long, it will be half a century for us. And we need to use digital to reduce disparities, to generate income, to distribute income more evenly across the country. We believe that if we can get rid of this kind of economic issues, we can also reduce social issues. And I strongly believe that if we have the heart that want to work together to create opportunities, so opportunities will be something that can drive Thailand forward. Don't get stuck with same old problems. Don't keep digging up same old trashes all the time. Don't keep talking about our failures, but we need to have high hopes. We need to be positive. We need optimism. We need collaboration from all the stakeholders. The government is now opening up a lot more to make sure that we have a level playing field for all the players, for communities, for corporations, for businesses. And for businesses, you have to fight, you have to compete using services, high quality services and high quality products. We believe that you have a lot of potential and we have to work together. And I talked to the people in my ministry that in addition to connectivity of submarine cables and so on and so forth, we need to do self-assessment, and we need to be aware that Thailand is an interesting country for many countries around the world, because this is a growth area in this region. Digital diplomacy is the policy that I have pushed forward with our ministry. We do not need to compete against all of them, but we need to know how we position it ourselves. We know ourselves, we know others, and we collaborate. Because investment does not mean investment in Thailand alone. So with those who have the potential with capital, capacity and resources, you can invest elsewhere. You have to look beyond the same old trajectories, beyond the same old paradigms that you have. So it will be GNP from now on. It will be GDP and GNP, so tapping into the potential, tapping into the provinces. And if we can really be successful in the digital communities, we can tap into the GVP, so village level, because like I said before, a level playing field for everybody as a whole. So lastly, I would like to congratulate AIS for the event today, and also my thanks for your collaboration in the implementation and the use of digital to develop Thailand further economically and socially. Thank you very much.